after our wedding day and we're already heading back to work on a car.
Let's go make race cars.
So a few months ago, I picked up this S-10, a 97 S-10, because Alex's dad wanted to use the frame for another build, and like, it was this whole thing. And we sat on it for a little bit and kind of went back and forth on trying to sell it. And, like, we had all these ideas. And then eventually our wedding approached and his parents came down, and he's just like, fine, you know what, we'll pick it up, we'll put a motor in it, we'll make it happen, and that's what we're here to do. Is put a motor in this S-10 so that his dad can take it back home to Wyoming and hopefully make a couple passes down a drag strip. I gotta say, I'm a fan of this S-10. This S-10 has some pretty cool history to it, and I think it's gonna be perfect for Randy because it's gonna be cool, it's gonna be fast, it's kind of gonna be a little what do you think? Randy did the due diligence of bringing a motor all the way from Wyoming back to South Carolina so we could put that motor in the S-10, because the S-10 was 100% a roller when I bought it. I bought it kind of with / through a good Corvette friend who watches our videos, WayneTheBomb.com, and we've tossed around all these ideas, but we're finally executing it, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Maybe we can get him to do a burnout in it before he leaves.
We don't have a radiator.
Oh, not to mention they leave in 3 days. So we have...
No, we have tomorrow.
Wait, what?
They leave Wednesday. It's Monday.
We have 1 day. But hey, it's a small block Chevy, turbo 350 trans.
Facebook Marketplace, supposedly it works.
We have a drive shaft that came with the truck. We just need to put a bolt on the steering box. God knows if we have brakes.
Don't need those. They just slow you down.
How do you feel about it?
It's another truck.
It's another truck. This could be a work truck.
It could be, but I don't work.
But freshly retired. How fast do you want to go in this thing?
In the 8? Mm-hmm. 90, 110,
You don't even want to break 100?
100, 110.
If we can get you to 100, that's fine.
Yeah.
You might have to leave this board here.
We probably should have washed this thing before we drove it in here, huh?
What? Or park. That's what we have a garage mat for.
I know. But it would have been helped to... It would have helped to get the cat paws off the windshield.
Probably also would have helped for him to strap the hood down for the slide over.
We got plenty of cotter pins. Wow. Look at that.
Quick release. You can do 188 with no hood pins.
So I'd be willing to bet, though, I think these brakes work.
I bet they do.
I think we slap a motor in this thing. I mean, we have the drive shaft. And you got a spare already.
My trailer spare. I can't open my trailer spare with the engine there.
Well, it looks cool. And there's a chain in the back so we can lift the motor up.
Yeah.
We got headers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You went shopping, didn't you?
Headers from Brown Racing.
Let's see what we got in here. Oh, you got a seat? Man, you were really excited, weren't you?
Yeah, got a seat, got a shifter.
Seat, shifter. Wow, this is going to be easy.
Headers.
The headers are cool. I like those.
Yep. Compliments of Brown's Racing.
Wow. Now all we got to do is just get wrenching, right, Alex?
And wiring.
And a little bit of wiring. Hey, you
Your
wired...
favorite job.
See, this time around,
This will be easy.
Alex wired up the 356. This should be nothing. Is there a carb on that motor too?
Yeah.
Yep. Plus I have a brawler in a box.
Is it a manual pump or do you have, or not manual, mechanical pump or a electric pump?
It's I have the manual on the motor right now, but I brought an electric.
What did this motor come out of?
76 out Camino.
I like it. My dad's gonna like this. It's like right up his alley. Oh yeah. Oh, and there's a chain on it? Wow. Look at that.
We get these out tomorrow. You're not up. You're not up. Okay.
There you go. You're not gonna hurt that thing, it'll be fine. Go ahead.
Ooh, pretty fancy boards you got there.
I like those motor stands.
I like them
A
there.
lot worse.
Honestly, I like them. Like, actually. They're pretty nifty.
Sit down. Perfect.
Alright, let's get back to this tomorrow.
So,
Tomorrow.
Well, we're working on an S-10. It's never dull around here. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. So we decided to name the truck. Do we have a truck name yet?
we're gonna put a name across the side of it because we don't have a name for it yet. So it's a name. And then for the driver's name, it's gonna be Sinister Cindy and Ruthless Randy.
This is what happens when you ask ChatGPT how to name the drivers of the car. We have to come up with a name for the truck.
For sale.
No, it's got to be something funny. He thinks South Carolina Special, which I think is pretty good. Or we could play up on the whole redneck thing, because everybody thinks we're rednecks when we're South Carolina.
Yeah, but they're from the ranch. So it has to be like the ranch rig or something.
No, that's too basic. It's got to be something good.
Running?
Well, let's get it running before we decide on a name, I guess. Probably not a terrible idea.
Using our new Harbor Freight engine hoist to do things sketchily.
This is like my worst nightmare right here. Who hacks wires? I think if we get the battery from the 356, this might power something. I don't know what this goes to. Looks like a ground wire. Yeah. You'll take wires. Thanks. Wow, this thing just got like 10 times cooler.
Okay. Outside of the leaves.
That fuel tank smells amazing.
Oh, I bet that's some good gas.
Told you it smelled good.
What the hell's going on in here?
We're making it work!
Excuse me, what is this?
Well, Randy was so handy when we were trying to finish the 356, and they leave tomorrow, so we decided to work on his S-10 as a thank you.
This is the S-10 that was in your front yard,
For many months, yes.
and now it's Randy's.
And now it's Randy's. He's gonna drag race it. Eventually.
So what's the plan here, Randy?
You got the air right there up, and then put a motor and tranny in it, and see if it'll run.
Okay. Well, didn't
Oh.
we just get finished with like a major build?
Yep. We took like 12 hours off. We came back.
Does this motor run?
Used to. Used to.
At some
They
point.
said it did.
Wait, is this drive shaft the right size?
That's the one that was in it. It had a small block Chevy with a turbo 400 in it.
What transmission is that? 350?
350.
Tail shaft's going to be a little shorter, I think.
So we're gonna find out.
Did you do all that? You had it on the lift. You could have measured all that.
We could have, but we did.
We
Your new engine hoist works very good.
Yeah. We left, went to lunch, came back, and still in the air.
Imagine that.
Unlike our other one.
Oh, that's fantastic. That thing's awesome.
Harbor Freight, 2-ton. No.
All right, well, let's get wrenching. Oh, this thing's on air ride?
This is all air ride. Alex, would you like to show
You're gonna
me?
drag race a truck with air ride?
Why not?
You got a radiator?
We can find one.
I have a radiator for this.
Do you really?
Yeah.
For an S10?
Yeah. Let's
From
go
where?
next door. Down there.
The Speedway one?
Yep.
Huh.
That's perfect. People are gonna think we staged this down there.
This has been down here so long.
At least 5 years.
And we've been like, oh, it's such a nice, just new Speedway radiator that's just,
I totally forgot about that. I forgot we had it. It's literally brand new.
it is. It still has the caps on it. Look at that.
I got that from my buddy Mike Ramirez, thinking that I was going to use it,
For what?
and I just never used it. Literally brand new.
Randy's gonna be happy.
Yeah, let's go see if it'll fit.
Yeah. Look at there.
Ooh, it's kind of big, isn't it? Wait, catch the lip on the aluminum lip that's down there. There you go. Man, that thing's kind of big.
Kind of big.
Got a hole in the hood.
All right, let me cue you in on a little bit here. This is how badass Alex's family is. His mom and dad, the whole family, they're just all motorheads. They love automotive, the automotive industry, and building cars and having fun with them. They just spent 2 weeks, I'm talking 2 weeks, 10-hour, 12-hour days, thrashing on 356 to get it ready for the wedding, okay? Everybody's beat, everybody's tired, and I come in today and they are building an S-10 drag truck. It's awesome. It is like, I mean, they're just true motorheads, you know? You gotta love people like that, and those are my people. Those are the people I want to hang out with, and if you're like that, then good for you, and I want to meet you someday.
When I bought the S10, I had been told that it previously had a small block Chevy and either a 700R4 or a turbo 350 transmission. That really didn't seem abnormal to me, since I've been told a million times over that it's easy to drop a small block Chevy into an S10. I also hadn't been the only one who had been told this, hence why we were all so optimistic that it would just be easy to do. But when the time came to drop the motor in, it really wasn't so easy. The motor had to sit way farther back than we thought, which led to us having to strip away previously made patches on the firewall, and we also had to do some clearancing of our own.
I want to come
we've been doing fun business things while we've been neglecting my in-laws and now husband. Let's see how that S-10 looks.
Oh, front end's off the truck. Still.
Does it run yet? Can't
Nope.
get the what? You can't get the motor in.
No, it's an odd concept.
Went in. You get the. There you go. Come on down.
Gotta go back probably another inch.
Just an inch.
Just for the oil.
Can you guys not come down more?
What's it hitting? Can you pull it back on the jack back there?
We're on the transmission in the tunnel.
Let me lower the train.
I would go down with it if you can. But I would take the mounts off the frame for sure. I think that's the only way you're going to get down and low enough.
Right there. Did you guys already try this?
Yeah. Up on the head.
All right, now go up slowly with the transmission and see what kind of angle we got. Hold. I mean, that's right on the tunnel, dude.
Yeah.
We're up against it.
I mean, you got distributor, you got, what in the world, man? This is not even close.
No.
Well, we could also cut the tunnel out, couldn't we?
Cut the whole tunnel out.
I would cut the tunnel out because we can make a new tunnel. You can make a removable tunnel. And I mean, someone already hacked at all this anyways before you guys hacked at it.
It's got to go higher.
But that way the drive shaft works. We don't have to modify the drive shaft, and we have to still make a trans mount anyway. So we'd have to make another one. If
How did they get a small block in here? And what kind of transmission would they use? I don't know.
These had 700R4 option, or they had a 350 option.
but they didn't put V8s in 97s.
But 98, which is the same frame
They
that
put the 4.3s.
Call Denny and see if they have any small block Chevy passenger car, like a 66 Chevelle small block.
We can just weld it in.
Well, let's think about this, because look how much higher these mounts are. They're truck mounts. Or they came out of Elkie?
Yeah. That'd still be truck though, wouldn't it? Same frame, right? Or am I crazy to think that?
subframe.
So
I
that
don't know, but these are really tall compared to like a passenger car. They're going to be much smaller, like what we had in Chevelle, which is going to drop the motor quite a bit, and you're not going to be hitting the transmission.
What about the subframe? The cross member.
yeah, we can't get the motor in.
Back far enough to get the nuts so they can sit on it.
So what did you do?
Push it if you would.
You guys are doing great.
Just a little bit. It's gonna work on getting it like the rest of the damn tunnel now. Cut the foot feet out and everything else. Okay?
So kind of kick it towards
Yeah.
you.
Oh, it gets higher.
There you go.
Okay? Come in. It's heavy.
Now that the motor's in, it's time to get the transmission mounted. Unfortunately, there was no proper trans mount remaining, so I left Alex and Randy to make one, which proved to be quite interesting. Why'd you put it diagonal?
That's the only way we fit in the frame, because this side jumps down.
You could also just cut it shorter.
No. Executive decision. You want us to cut it out and do it again? Your shop.
I don't even know what. I can't leave you guys unsupervised. Let me see this, Jake. So, what was your thought here?
I guess we can do that.
Do you guys just need to take a break? Because
No,
it's
we
starting to
don't
look
have
like
time.
it.
What do you think we should do?
Cut it out?
You want my real opinion?
Yeah.
I think you cut it out and
Okay,
do it the
cut it
right
out.
way. 'Cause this is pretty bad.
Okay,
Because any chance you get to torque on this, you're going to break that nose cone. You're going to ruin this transmission. Because it's not bolted anything, and if you try to do those little arms, you're going to have too much flex. You need to have this go straight across so it has some rigidity. All you got to do is cut that to the width you need, and you could even have it hard mounted like that, and you'll be a lot better off. I totally get doing things at the 11th hour or just even wanting to make something happen when you're already beat, but this is one I just couldn't let go of because I know they weren't going to be happy with it later. Heck, they may not even be happy with my fix later, but at least it won't do any harm to the transmission when we do some burnouts.
Yep. Make sure that spot it.
So, yeah, directly across. Yeah, it's 35 because this is sloped. We may even have to cut that side at an angle a little bit, but let's just get it 35 and then deal with that. And then we'll measure. Here, can I see that really quick? Let's measure this angle iron really quick too. See that level. Well, I wouldn't go too hard on this thing, but it's not going anywhere. You can do burnout after we shorten that drive shaft, I think.
Still not there. How about...
Can I put it in from in here, James?
What's that?
Can I put it in from in here?
No, I'm just gonna cut this cowl over right here, and then we'll have plenty of room.
Okay.
Get to it. All right. All the rest of this would be just metal work after the fact.
Right.
I'm taking this chunk off too, so it's totally in the way. Absolutely the perfect application. Perfect fit right here, Randy.
So fit just like it was built for.
Oh yeah. That is the way now.
The most solid part of this truck right now is the floor.
Well, there's a lot of stuff on the floor, but right now you're putting in the
Shifter.
shifter. You're putting in the shifter. I don't know why I can't talk, but pretty neat little shifter, huh?
Star shifter.
It's gonna be
from
perfect.
B&M.
Perfect. My dad said before, the main goal here is to not only have this thing running, driving, and possibly doing a burnout, but we want to have it so that everything can be worked on. You know, we're not leaving Randy all high and dry when he takes his thing home. And honestly, I think we've done pretty good. I mean, obviously, we cut out a whole floor, so he's gonna have a lot of fabrication work to do. He's probably gonna have to move the starter around, yada, 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 but do all the basic stuff so, you know, he can literally turn it on and move it around if he has to, and maybe do an early burnout when he gets home.
Caroline went and got us pizza. We're not stopping. We're not giving up. Everybody says it's close. I think we're about halfway there. A couple more hours. We'll be ripping around. All right, after an hour of thrashing on this thing, as you can see, we got the motor right in here.
Fits like a glove.
Header sticking out, fits like a glove. How many hours have you been working on this?
Too many.
12 hours later.
We got a motor and headers.
Motor, headers that will need to be recycled because they're kind of headering. I'm not really sure.
They're headering.
Kind of headering.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's like the worst thing I think we've ever done.
Yep. It looks like a couple of machine guns here, though. I kind of like the machine gun look.
What was that look, Randy?
So Alex is hooking up the power to the distributor, and we're going to see this thing bust off. I'm going to be shooting tennis balls out of this thing.
Get a couple hundred miles in.
I'm in the optimal position for starting this up. This engine and transmission combination came out of an El Camino, right?
Yeah.
And it was running and driving, and the distributor hasn't been moved. So it should, just by putting power to the distributor and turning it over right now, get all the holes, all the spark plugs are tight, right?
That's if
Yep.
the timing's right.
If the timing's right, it should just bust right off.
Yep. Where's the other set of yours? Oh, it's on Alex.
Alex has a set. You got a
Should
set.
have one more.
I don't need a set. I'm good.
That's a lie.
All right,
Come
here
here.
we go.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Take these. I'll go
I'm
outside.
gonna be right here. It'll be fine.
Ready?
Okay, ready? Fire in the hole.
You got power?
Fire in the hole. Oh, it's not plugged in. Here, plug this in. The distributor's not plugged in.
You're right.
I can't read that. Try to hold that open a little bit. Just a little bit. There's the oil. Did you pull that off that quick? Yeah.
Well, it runs.
Now we're having fun.
All right, time to find out oil pressure.
Okay, oil pressure gauge. Can you try to clean that up?
Nah, it's fine. We'll just burn it off.
You got any fuel up there? Or I'm sorry, you got power? Yeah, it should be good. All right, fire in the hole. Here we go. What is oil pressure?
It went up to 60.
60! Hey, that oil pressure gauge is like 150 years old.
It shows. It's like in pieces on the inside of it.
Okay, here we go. As soon as you get the carburetor, they'll leak. All right, keep the throttle open. I'm going to keep feeding it, okay? Fire in the hole.
good.
Yeah, it's training from over here.
Oh,
I can see it. Well, it's running good enough. Okay.
How do you feel? Does it feel good to see this thing running?
Yeah.
Were you thinking we're going to be at this point by the end of the day earlier?
I thought we'd be a lot sooner. I didn't know we had to cut half the truck apart to get a motor in.
Yeah. This is pretty.
Yeah.
Nobody had a small block in this before. There's no way.
What a do-wop zoom weeble started that whole rumor about just drop it in and it'll be fine. No, that's not how it goes at all.
All right, so short list. Let's make short list because it's really throttle cable, it's radiator, it's transmission lines, transmission cooler. Got to loop the heater hoses. Got to keep some heater hose and loop that. And we got to get this carburetor fed. And I think it's just sucking air right now.
Careful the headers.
Yeah, headers are hot.
Cool. And you have great oil pressure.
Yeah,
the
that's
oil
awesome.
pressure's great.
You got a runner, Randy.
Got oil pressure. If we start early in the morning, we can knock this out.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see you in the morning. That's a wrap. Hey. All right, we gotta try to get this thing running today. We got lots to do. Mount the radiator, get the trans cooler mounted. I had to shorten the drive shaft, which is not hard, but I won't be able to balance it. We just need to get it enough, like I need to shorten it so that it actually will be able to do a burnout. Put a new U-joint in it and install it in the truck. So I think that's what I'm going to do first, is actually measure that and get that installed, since we do have the motor and trans in. It does run. We know all of that. What I'm going to start on today is like the hardest stuff. I want to do the hardest stuff first, knock that out, and hopefully we can get this thing where it'll do a burnout today. Oh. Caroline definitely takes after the old man. That trans cross brace is pretty awesome. I mean, this thing right here is a thing of beauty. Probably do a pull up on it. Okay, nice pull up bar. Hey, we're gonna go with it. This truck is actually pretty cool. This could be a pretty cool. What the heck did they have it back here? I don't know. You got me. We've got lots to do. I don't know where to start. Okay, drive shaft. Okay, so this drive shaft, I'm not sure exactly what it was to, what transmission it was to, what came out of this truck. I was imagining it was a 4-cylinder or a 6-cylinder. I'm not sure about the transmission. This has to be shortened about 2 3/8 inches. So it shouldn't be that hard. I've done it before. Again, it won't be balanced, so it won't be ready to go down the highway, but maybe you can do a burnout or two. It should work with no problem. And there you have it. Shortened drive shaft. I mean, magically just welds itself, right? No. This is good for one burnout. Yeah. That's what we're gonna call it. So Randy is getting the bolts and the loop for this. We'll have this bolted in. Definitely don't recommend doing this at home like this, kids. Take it to a drive shaft place and get it done right. Yeah. Right, Caroline?
Right. Don't do it the way we're doing.
Okay. And so what we're doing, the goal here is just to have this thing drive out of the shop today. It would be awesome, and maybe squeeze out a little burnout.
Just get that right in.
Just a little bit. Sending all the good stuff home with you.
Yeah, see.
Okay, bottom radiator hose on. I mean, this is some of the best ingenuity that HHWheels has ever come up with.
Is it?
Down to the last rig here. I'm rigging the throttle cable. Look at that jewel. It's a beauty, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, get this hooked up. I think we can get in it and fire it up and drive it. Okay, one little up. Come on. Get on there. One-handed bandit here. Okay, let her back. Thanks, Randy. All right, Caroline, just gently hit that pedal for me.
That's it.
Back off. On.
Wah!
What was that?
It's like your burnout.
Whop!
Yeah, I can't do this.
All right, wait, go.
Ready? You do it with me?
Whop! 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 Yeah, 9/16 box in there, so she can loosen that a little bit.
The other end?
Yeah.
He's so excited.
You need my glass?
It's a gear wrench, flexible head, ratcheting wrench, and it's so long, it's perfect because it goes all the way under the dash to the distributor.
Yeah. So did you loosen it?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, can you try to advance that just slightly? Just a little bit. Let's see how she turns over after we do that. It should be loose enough.
Turn it towards me.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Can you do it what? There, can you grab it there and move it at all? There we go. Okay. A little too much, but. Oh. Go back her back up. Right there. Yep. Turn it back on. Doesn't seem like it's that off, you know? Go back. What's that? What happened?
Towards me?
No, towards me. Okay. Go ahead. Well, now, that work? Oh! Send it.
Van charge tomorrow. Love AC.
What you need, nut driver?
Yeah. You tighten it up, I'll zip tie this to the side, and at least it'll squirt down.
There you go.
Well, really, we send you home with this, you got something to play with.
Right.
Like you get the right headers.
Yep.
You start doing the metal work. I mean,
We'll send you something.
you know,
to
this
do.
header situation is
is
only good for one burnout.
right.
Okay, when you get it home, you get these headers off immediately.
Right, and we're gonna start melting.
Don't be tempted.
I don't know. He should be tempted.
That's cool.
Stainless. She put the nicest stuff out of the scrap pile for you, man.
In his defense, it was like in the middle of the driveway.
Top shelf stuff right there.
Still had the plastic on it though.
So you like did two things. You cleaned up and you helped not your father-in-law. The one thing that this truck is not doing is kicking our ass. Looking good?
Yep.
Good enough. Going up a little bit, everybody clear?
Good. Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Fan rubbing?
And driven though.
I'm rubbing.
Ha ha! Dang. We need a spacer on the fan?
Apparently.
We'll just bend those out. Wonder if they'll bend.
They probably will. Nothing else I can bend.
Let's take the edge, like,
Like this part of it?
yeah, it goes that way. That's good. You can do them all like that. Yeah, we didn't need all that. We're good. Where are we, like 500 on the truck, 700 in the motor and transmission.
Wheel.
What's that?
Wheels.
What were the wheels and tires? How much were they? $200? Give it $400. Still 100 a wheel.
He bought a bunch of tires and wheels together. Like,
Okay, so we'll keep it at 50 every tire. So $200 for a tire, $100 on the radiator, all the miscellaneous parts are stuff that we have left over. We're in this thing for $1,500, and it's almost running and driving.
Oh, it'll run and drive, without a doubt.
$1,500 into an S10 that you could take to the drag strip and rip. No, not really.
See what it does. It's never even driven yet.
So 1.5 days of work here. Keep going. How's it feel? Wow. Whoa! Okay, I hope my welds. This thing is so badass.
I'm so happy we could do this for him.
Absolutely. Look at that thing.
It's actually really cool.
I feel like he's gonna shoot me. It's still running. That was awesome. It's still running, man.
We lost oil pressure.
Oh, all of it?
Yeah.
Like all of it?
Yeah.
Like all of it.
Oh, sorry.
I love that shit. You know me.
We lost oil pressure.
Well, the EGR valve popped off. I don't see oil everywhere, but that was good.
That's because it broke probably. Look at the oil.
Oh yeah, I better come loose.
The line
Okay.
the line came off.
It was running fine. I just saw it lose oil pressure, so I was like,
Good man. Good man. That's smart. Yeah, I think the line's leaking like crazy, so who knows what happened there.
That was epic.
It just gives me like
Sorry.
dude, this is what? 17 hours of work?
17 hours of work.
$1,500. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. A little bit of time, a lot of fun.
Smoke some tires.
I think we done good.
Yeah, we did good. Pete.
And we can drive it on the trailer now.
Yes. Got the winch control on the dash, so just in case.
Well, I think the last 17 hours have really paid off. I mean, it was the least I could do. You guys put up with a wetting and thrashing on a 356, but hey, and we get an S10 out of my yard because it's been there too long and it's had too many ideas go behind it, but we're here. Randy and Cindy have an awesome S10 to take home, work on, make it better, and hopefully take it to the drag strip. If this doesn't show you or give you proof that you just got to get out there,
And get wrenching.
you'll end up with a pretty badass hodgepodge S10.
Try again. 1, 2, 3. Wash your hands.
Just like
Stuff out of the way.
bam, 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 bam. Little burnout mud. I like it. Did well. Still has oil pressure, barely.